right, fight fans, here we go. SparStar Promotions is proud to present 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the featherweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by MexiGoods.com and G-Block Merch. Visit GarmentPrinter.com. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, Matt Beeman. And now, introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing black trunks trimmed in gray. He is training out of Swanson's Striking Systems, Indio, California. He weighed in 135 pounds. His record, 1 win with no losses. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ruben El Monarco Nieto. His opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing black trunks. He is training out of Teen Ironman MMA, Riverside, California. He weighed in 136 pounds. His record, no wins with 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Sanfaez, the Crippler Khan! All right, fans, here we go. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the featherweight division.
All right, we got some more answers there. And yes, we did find out that Ruben also does go by Nieto on his social media, so that does help to kind of give you some answers as to why there may be a discrepancy, even though he is promoted on a poster as Ruben Bowen. So we do have that, but we get to action very quickly right now, and we do recognize that the Crippler himself is going to be coming in very aggressively here, John.
Yep, look, throwing that left kick high to the head. Khan shoots in, and it looks, no, we got Ruben throwing some shots to the side of the head. Not so sure any of those were landing too bad except for on the ear.
Yeah, but they are kind of preventing this takedown from happening, so it is helping a little bit. It's just, you wonder how quickly this could break bad for a finish of that takedown. He is a little bit over on the side, but that grapevine on the leg, and he is starting to lose a little bit of his posture. The audience was groaning with that, as if to say, like, that was a very heavy strike he just took there, John.
Yeah, interesting to see, too. Ruben's really focused on getting this single leg. He's just all in on it. He's got his left arm hooked underneath, and he's trying to pull that leg away from the fence so he can suck the hips away, and that will cause Khan to not have anything to hold himself up with.
Well,
and there he gets the leg away,
but about to give up the position as a result of that. Now is having to play defense on this rear naked choke. Now, maybe just the position of it, he might be able to get out.
This is rough because he's got that arm trapped in the legs of Khan.
Now he's trying to turn into the guard. He can't quite complete it. It is very difficult to do that. He is now way more compromised. This is a lot of time to work still with 19 seconds maybe to get that finish. He's under the chin, but just barely, and it may not be able to finish here now.
Yeah, Khan needs a hand fight. He needs a.
He has one of his hands really compromised. That's the issue here,
If he can pull Ruben's hand down,
he will survive to see the round. But people are wondering if maybe he was about to tap right there, if he was losing the time.
Yeah, and he gave a interesting look to the ref too, which nearly for a second I thought maybe he went out slightly, but I don't think so. It just
it's just the appearance of it.
Yes,
not the actuality. 2 different things.
Yeah. Exciting first round. Curious to see what's going to change from Khan coming into the second round.
And it is interesting because if you look at Ruben's kind of like the way he carries himself on his social media, looks like he's getting in a lot of wrestling rounds as well. You find him in a boxing ring over this way, so it does seem like he's kind of worked in 2 different areas. You start to wonder, okay, well, what exactly are his attributes? And you realize he showed a pretty good recognition of what to do within a bad position, and then once he was there, he looked very comfortable. Didn't get rattled, and was able to make some really interesting things happen there, John.
Yeah, very curious to see how the second round is going to play out because of that.
And you do wonder if Khan's going to go back to that wrestling again, because maybe he didn't get the result he wanted and may try to impose that here. So we'll see what adjustments are made in round number dos. Khan trying to figure out the distance, throwing a few jabs just to maybe see if he can pick the timing here. But yep, goes right back into that wrestling. I think the jabs were kind of a setup to maybe find an entry. Doesn't find the most perfect entry, and again, maybe losing his back here, but there's a headlock, and he does end up inside of the guard. However, it does look like Ruben is trying to set up a triangle here, but the position of that cage working against him, so he's opting to kind of do that fence work to get on up, and this is a rare opportunity for Khan.
Yeah. Ruben now. Yeah, Ruben did not want that to happen. This was nice from Khan. Ruben looked like he was trying to slip out the back, but ended up on the bottom, and now at the bottom of mount. Nothing coming from Khan just yet.
He has the position and maybe looking for this head triangle.
Yeah, he's trying to make this into a pure grappling match, which, I mean, if this is MMA, softening people up with punches is a fantastic strategy, especially if you have mount.
Sure.
Definitely makes the submissions come a lot easier. So
he is over now.
Over. Okay.
This could be bad.
Yeah, and this is no good for Ruben. He's not turning the proper way. He needs to be turning away from Khan. There he goes. And now, but yes, and this should be not able to finish from this position. Now he turns back, but he's stuck under the bottom of a mount. And right back to it again.
He's trying to find that escape. This may be bad for him. Right now he does get the tap. Wow, what a reversal of fortune here for Khan, who was able to withdraw that entire first round, recover, come back in. I had a feeling he was going to go for that wrestling. He used that cage to the benefit, and in a scramble found himself on top, took his time from the mount, made good work and good use of that head and arm opportunity. And even though it looked like he could have been signposting and taking the back, went right back to it and finished with a beautiful head and arm choke there, John.
Yeah, way to stay in the fight too, because the way that the previous round went, anyone could have gotten rattled from that, especially in amateur MMA, where you don't have all of this time and experience to pull from. Like, oh, remember when I got out of this position, right? And here you can see having his back taken.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been really bad for him right then and there. And again, we were talking about how he looked at the very end of that round. Almost seemed maybe a little dazed, couldn't really get a good feel. It was just kind of an awkward end. But then you look at this very, very, very efficient head and arm choke. And it looked like he could have almost lost it here, but he kept his forehead as close as he could to that ground, which helps to create that little bit of tough pressure. And at this point, you see Ruben had no choice but to tap out and give Khan the win here. And just that look of elation around there. That's a man who worked very hard for that win, so congratulations to him on that.
Yeah, the persistence really paid off on that one. He had a thought in his mind. He was trying to hit that side choke, and there was nothing that was going to tell him any different.
There was definitely a moment when I looked at it and I go, this dude is going to Power Man 5000 that grip no matter what. And it didn't look on at the very beginning. But then he kept the pressure on, didn't lose the position, and that can pay dividends. It gives you time to work in that position until you're able to make something work. Speaking of making something work, we're going to get this result right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 40 seconds of round number 2, referee in charge, Matt Beamick, stops the contest due to a submission tap out from a head and arm choke. Our winner in the red corner, Sanfaez, the Crippler Khan!
That's right, fight fans. Make some noise for Sanfaez Khan. Brother, in full excitement, what a great choke. How do you feel?
I feel good, alhamdulillah. I'm coming off a loss in December. I lost via head kick, third round, 20 seconds left. Now, after 9 months, I got my hand raised. I feel good. La ilaha illallah.
And who do you train with, sir?
Team Ironman MMA, my coach Danny Navarro, Tony Gonzalez, These guys are former MMA fighters. They have achieved a lot, great coaches.
I see you want the belt. It seems like you want the belt right away. How do you feel about that?
I respect Michael Santiago. I know he's gonna win the title tonight. And I'm waiting for the other fights to watch. I'm gonna be here watching the fight. Michael Santiago.
All right, fight fans, once again, make some noise for Saffron Khan.
I'm not wasting any time here, John. Literally looked over and said, hey, listen, I'm not even done celebrating this win. Give me that belt. And making a prediction as to how he sees tonight's title going.